This is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham. I have got Paula Banks here with me. You're the Deputy Mayor of Rideau Lakes.
That's correct.
And it's a huge area. We were just talking about that before we started taping. How big is it?
It's around 700 square kilometers, and it's made up of different villages like Portland, Delta, Newborough. I don't want to name them all because I'll probably forget one, but it's very community-based.
Really, and a lot of water.
It is.
A lot
of water.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So we're here today to talk about you're opening up your Portland Hall and a library.
Yes.
It's a grand opening. Let's talk about that. How did that come to be?
Well, at the beginning of this term, it was originally planned to put an office there, but the Portland community felt they just wanted their hall rebuilt because it was torn down. So the new council decided to build a smaller, affordable library, which is beautiful, by the way. We're very happy with the Kavanaughs and Altered Roots in Perth. They did a great job. It is beautiful. So we rebuilt the hall that was there around the same square footage, and then we added on the library, which most of the seniors live on the water side of Portland, and the library was across the highway. Okay. So they had to transverse across Highway 15 to get to it, and we have a Mill Bay Court right in Portland, so it will be directly across from the library and hall. So we're hoping they utilize it a lot more. And I think they're going to open up like rental type of options for, different equipment that you could borrow, or, the library under Vicki Stevens has really branched in their programming. So we felt, it's really good to put it in the village where all the seniors and the children are.
And a library nowadays too, it's not just books.
No,
Yes. I've spoken to many libraries before, and they have so many different programmings going on.
And as an adult, I was just mentioning to you, I grew up in a rural area and we never used a library. We had encyclopedias. That was our only source of knowledge. And I've learned, being on council, it's a social place for seniors and children. They do so much programming, and being attached to the hall like they are in Elgin, I think the CAO mentioned the other day, or a staff member, that the hall in Elgin is so booked with programming for seniors, for children through the library. So I think it's going to be a wonderful match.
Absolutely, and it's like you say, the libraries are such a social area for people too. Children's programs, sometimes it's the only time moms get to see each other.
That's right.
Another adult, I should say, and the children get to play with other children, and they're wonderful resources.
They are, and especially in Rideau Lakes for seniors, they're the majority of our population, and we have no transportation. So, and our senior groups are dropping off. I think we only have 2 now, one in Delta and one in Elgin. And the library and the halls are some of the only outside communication these people have. So,
and then some people don't have access to computers and technology.
That's right.
They have to go to the library.
Yeah.
They don't have Wi-Fi. They have to
it
go
is
to
very
the library.
true.
Yeah,
they can't afford it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So one more library is a wonderful thing.
I agree.
Yes, absolutely. You've got a grand opening though, May 17th.
Yes, we do.
Let's talk about that day.
We have a lot planned for that day. The MP and the MPP are going to be in attendance to give a speech, and we have a library or a hall board, so they will be there in attendance because they are the force behind getting this new library and hall. And it was a lot of seniors in the village that, they used their voice in a good way and, asked council to rebuild the hall that was taken away from them, and they were successful. So they, they're going to be there. We have Eddie and the Stingrays, and they're reminiscent of the many fireman ball that we've had in Portland over the years. So I think it's going to be a great event. And we picked May 17th, hoping that some of the cottagers attend. I think 30 or 40% of Rideau Lakes residents are, seasonal. So it's nice to include them.
Absolutely, absolutely. They're going to be using the library and the hall just as much.
They will.
Yeah, well, they're cottages for sure. So it's from 1 till 4.
Yep.
And you say Eddie and the Stingray is going to be there.
Yes.
You've got a ribbon cutting at 1 o'clock first.
Yes.
That's where you're going to do the speeches and everything.
Yes.
Eddie and the Stingrays. Now, is there a charge to go in to see Eddie?
No, it's totally free, and there will be finger food available. The Kavanaughs and Altered Roots have both made donations towards this event, and we're really excited for it, to be honest. Like, it just feels it's going to be the most central hall and library in Rideau Lakes. And with the whole pushing down of services on the municipalities by the province, it was really important to us to have an updated hall and library, because we don't know what's going to happen in the future. We have a library and hall in Newborough, in Chaffee's. We don't know what's going to happen. So it was important to council to have one central new facility that everyone in Rideau Lakes can enjoy. And I think that's going to be shown on May 17th.
Absolutely, and I believe it's on 24 Water Street. So are you right on the water too? Yes.
We're just across the street.
Across the street.
View is the water out of the glass window. And the architect actually developed a droppable stage because it was important for the seniors that do exercise there to be able to look up from their chairs.
Right.
So the designer developed this droppable stage that I think is just amazing. You know, she really listened to the concerns of the residents and the seniors, and she came up with a great design.
Yeah, and the droppable stage, I mean, it's used as a stage, and you put it away when you need the space.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent.
it was just wonderful.
Excellent. So for more information on you know, can you rent the hall? This is what I'm thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the other aspect of this is council has just asked staff to start building up or improving our website for hall rentals, because when you go to rent a hall as a young bride or, you know, for any event, it's important to have a website where you have pictures, you know how many chairs, you know what services are available. And now that our CAO and clerk can perform weddings, we think it's a great avenue to raise revenue.
Wonderful, wonderful. So often too, like families are so big.
Yes.
So, you know, even like birthday parties and, you know, bridal showers and everything, they go to a hall now.
Well, my family, I have 12 siblings. So we
They're
are
married.
forced.
They have children, yes. Yeah,
I think I have 45 nieces and nephews, actually 46. My niece just had a baby.
Oh, wow.
So we're in that, you know.
Who's got a house big enough?
Well,
I need a hall.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Right.
and even for birthdays, for senior events, you know, a lot of our halls we give out free to seniors, you know, especially if they're nonprofit. And the seniors is kind of where that's the niche that I would like to help, because they are rural. And since being on council, I see so many that are housebound. Right. And struggling to find, you know, a place to live, struggling to find people to talk to. You know, it's just disheartening.
Yeah, and like when you're planning an event and it's open to the public, you don't want to do that in your home or your garage. You don't know how many people are going to show up.
That's right.
So.
That's right.
All right, so for more information, check out your website.
Yep, they can go onto the Rideau Lakes website. There's going to be a poster there that explains everything that's going on that day, and I hope people come out from all over Rideau Lakes and Smith Falls.
And we're talking May 17th.
Yes.
May 17th from 1 till 4. Ribbon cutting's right at 4 o'clock. And then the festivities begin.
Yes.
With Eddie and the Stingrays. Sounds like a great day.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your new hall, the Portland Hall, and the library grand opening.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, thank
Paula
you for
Banks,
having me.
Deputy Mayor of the Rideau Lakes. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.